When you think about monkeys, what comes to mind? Maybe their intelligence, their playfulness. They're so much like us in so many ways. But there's this other side to their story, a really urgent one that shows just how vulnerable they are. And we really need to talk about it. So that leads us to this really big question. How is it even possible? We're talking about our closest mammalian relatives, these incredibly smart, adaptable animals. How could they possibly be on the verge of extinction? Let's really dig into that because the answer, well, it says a lot about us too. Okay, so before we get into the tough stuff, I think it's super important to just take a moment and appreciate how amazing these creatures really are. To really get what's at stake, you have to understand what we could lose. All right, first things first, let's clear something up that trips a lot of people up: monkeys versus apes. It's actually super simple. Just look for a tail. If it's got one, you're looking at a monkey. No tail, that's an ape. Think chimps, gorillas. For our purposes today, we're all about our relatives with tails. And believe me, it is quite a group. We're talking more than 260 different species of monkey. The variety is just mind-blowing. You've got everything from the teeny tiny pygmy marmoset, seriously, it weighs about as much as a stick of butter, all the way up to the massive mandrill, which can weigh up to 35 kilos. But it's not just about size, their intelligence is just as diverse. Yeah, check out this number, 3,000 years. To put that in perspective, that's longer than the entire existence of the Roman Empire. For all that time, capuchin monkeys in Brazil have been using stone tools to crack nuts. This is not some random instinctual thing. This is a skill they've learned and passed down from generation to generation. That is culture. And that's the thing, right? It just goes to show that monkeys are so much more than just animals swinging through trees. They live in these complex societies. They have specific alarm calls for different predators. They use tools to solve problems. And they have these really rich social lives where they learn through play, a lot like human kids do. So, okay, we've established they're diverse, they're super smart, but there's another crucial role they play. They're basically the guardians of their ecosystems. And right now, that role and their very existence is in serious trouble. The reason they're so important is because they're what scientists call an indicator species. The best way to think about it is like the classic canary in a coal mine. Basically, how the monkeys are doing tells you everything you need to know about the health of the entire rainforest. So if the monkeys are in trouble, that's a huge red flag that their whole world is falling apart. And why is that? Well, because they're basically the forest's gardeners-in-chief. As they move around munching on fruit, they're spreading millions of seeds everywhere they go. And get this, a seed that's passed through a monkey's digestive system is up to 33% more likely to sprout and grow. No joke. Without them, the forest we know today would be completely different. They are literally planting the future, one meal at a time. Okay, but now for the really tough part. Here's the devastating reality we're facing. More than 60%. Just let that number sink in for a second. More than half of all primate species on Earth are threatened with extinction. This isn't some far-off problem for our grandkids. This is a full-blown crisis, and it's happening right now. And what's causing this? Well, it's pretty much a perfect storm of human pressures. They're getting hit from all sides. Their homes, cleared for agriculture, mining, cities. Then there's the illegal trade. They're hunted for bushmeat, which is just meat from wild animals, and for the exotic pet industry. Yeah, all those cute monkey videos you see online, they're fueling that. On top of that, millions have been used in labs. And as if that wasn't enough, climate change is squeezing their habitats even further. To really bring this home, to put a face on these huge abstract numbers, I want to tell you about one specific species. This quote here, it really sums up the heartbreaking story of the golden langur. It's this beautiful monkey that lives in the Himalayas. Their population has just been decimated. We're down to only about 2,500 of them left in the wild. And as their forests disappear, they have no choice but to go into human areas looking for food, which, as you can imagine, leads to all sorts of conflict. Their story is just a perfect, tragic snapshot of what's happening to monkeys everywhere. Okay, I know this all sounds really bleak, but I promise this story is not just about crisis and loss. It's also about people fighting back. It's about incredible stories of hope and survival. Just listen to this amazing story out of Nigeria. There's this species called the Niger Delta red colobus. Everyone thought it was pretty much extinct, gone for good. But then a team of researchers and, crucially, local community members rediscovered them. And now they're all working together to protect the last little patch of forest they call home. It just proves it's never ever too late. And remember those golden longers we were just talking about? Well, in Bhutan, they're tackling that exact problem head on. And the solutions are often surprisingly simple. We're talking community projects like putting up fences to protect farmers' crops. It reduces the conflict, and suddenly people and monkeys can actually coexist. It just shows you how vital it is to have the local community on board. And these aren't just isolated incidents. These amazing local efforts are part of a much bigger global movement that's gaining steam. You have campaigns pressuring big social media companies to crack down on the illegal pet trade. You have rescue centers doing the hard work of nursing monkeys back to health. You have huge international projects protecting critical habitats like the Amazon. People all over the world are stepping up and fighting for them. And that brings us to the final and maybe most important part of all this. Because this story of hope, it isn't just for the scientists and the activists out in the field. It's for all of us, really. Their future is in our hands. So you might be asking, okay, what can I actually do? How can you and I become part of the solution and help write a better next chapter for these incredible animals? Well, the good news is it's probably easier than you think. There are 3 simple, powerful things. Number 1, don't share, report. See one of those cute pet monkey videos? Don't like it? Don't share it. Report it. Every click and share helps fuel a really cruel illegal trade. Number 2, support the protectors. If you can, donate to or even volunteer with a reputable conservation organization. They're the ones on the ground doing the work. And number 3, consume consciously. Just think about what you're buying. Look for products with certified sustainable wood or palm oil. That helps protect the very forests these monkeys need to survive. Because in the end, it all boils down to this simple truth. The future of the forests is the future of the monkeys. There's no separating them. And by protecting their world, let's be honest, we're protecting the ecosystems that we all depend on. That includes us. So the real question isn't just about them, it's about us. What kind of future are we going to choose to write together?